How's it going, everybody? This will be my first YouTube upload. Actually, it'll be the second. First one a couple days ago. Decided to go to like 98% after 8 hours and then just didn't upload. Not sure what happened. But basically what I'm going to be discussing in most of my videos, a lot of them will be just random bullshit, funny stuff, but my main topics are going to be addiction, anxiety, depression, all the things that go along hand in hand, usually with addiction. My past history, what I'm currently using and currently trying to get off of. For example, suboxone, benzodiazepine. Probably talk a little bit about SSRIs, otherwise known as antidepressants, a certain kind anyways. And, of course, talk a little bit about myself. I think I'll do that too. Let you guys know who I am. I live down in the South. I was born in Colorado, but now I'm not. Hopefully I can go up and visit soon. My sister, she lives up there, my nephews, and a couple family members. Love it up there. Love it. You ever been to Colorado? No? Fucking go. What are you doing? Get up. Go. Leave. Anyways. I guess first I want to talk about suboxone. Oh, shit. You got a film. You got a strip. I like to say DVD, because, DVD, film, haha. So my dude knows. I mean, it's not sketchy. Suboxone, otherwise known as Buprenorphine, and it also has another chemical in it called naloxone. Buprenorphine is the active ingredient in suboxone. It's what attaches to your opiate receptors. It has a very long half-life, which, hey, you might not know about chemistry, but hey, biology, which you might know about chemistry, half-life, you know what half-lives are, with atoms, they break down over a certain period of time. And with suboxone, it's got a very, very long half-life, which is good because especially if you have a prescription for it, you've just got something that you can get up in the morning, not have to worry about being sick, looking for pain pills or heroin or whatever it is your drug of choice is on the opiate side, and just kind of live normally. Now, I wouldn't suggest staying on it. Unless you have to. 6 months max. 6 months hot max. I've been on it for like 2.5 years. And I wish... Well, actually, I'll probably still upload that video that didn't work. Because yesterday I ended an experiment of mine. I was pushing myself to see how many days I could go before I realized, that I'd pretty much be bedridden, would be able to work, just things to prepare for it. And I just wanted to kind of test myself, to see how fuzzy I am to this, and I'm a little bitch. The thing about suboxone is, when you're withdrawing off it, the symptoms are the same. You're gonna have cold chills, probably stomach issues, including vomiting, diarrhea. I usually don't throw up, but diarrhea, yes. Very high blood pressure. Your heart's gonna be beating out of your chest, your neck. It's gonna feel like it's just gonna want fucking alien in this bitch. Depression, disassociation, headaches, pain everywhere, your teeth, your hair, it all hurts. But they're toned down a little bit. When you're getting off something like, say, oxycodone or heroin, you can get off of it in about a week, 2 weeks. But the symptoms are just hardcore, kicking your ass. So, on that side, the symptoms are just dialed up. On suboxone, they're dialed down. There's also another kind of scale to this. Suboxone takes longer to withdraw from. I've cold turkeyed it twice. And I'd say on average, both times took about 2.5 months, just for the really noticeable daily symptoms to go away. The cold chills, restlessness. Oh yeah, no sleep, by the way. You ain't sleeping. You might get 1 night or 2 or 3 on suboxone, but after that, start practicing. Practice sleeping. Because that's what you're going to want more than anything in the world. But yeah, yesterday, like I said, I went about 3.5 days, and I was feeling like trash. And unfortunately, I can't afford to go to a doctor. I don't have insurance. So, I have to get mine from other doctors. But the message I really want to bring out about this is, don't get yourself there in the first place. If you're on suboxone, it means you fucked up. I know there's a lot of people out there who are prescribed high doses of pain medication for severe issues. I'm not talking to you cats. I know that those doctors put that shit on you and didn't tell you jack about it. They didn't tell you, oh yeah, you maybe want to get off this stuff because you kind of are loopy as shit, or you got to take more and more and more and more, and your medication's expensive as shit. Yeah, they don't tell you, oh, when you just get off of it, you're gonna be sicker than you've ever been. Yeah, but you'll be fine, And I swear, there were some times where I went through just oxy withdrawal, and I did not think I was gonna be fine. Especially if you're mixing, say you're using benzo like I am. You can have a serious, I've had seizures. Just getting off of suboxone and say I don't have any benzos. I say I ran out of benzos. Then things can get really scary, and I've had a seizure, actually 2. I'm sure, I don't know if there's little ones. I don't really know what kind, but yeah, my brain it just and shit went dark, and I was just sitting here fucking. It was scary, not fun. So I'll tell you real quick on how I got into this shit world of opiate pills and all the hell that comes along with it. I wish I could just hijack fucking Fox News right now. Fucking hijack that shit and put something important on the table instead of listening to fucking Bill O'Reilly talk about how there's a God because tides come in and out. Can't explain that. And actually put something on the table to help what's causing a lot of the fucking issues down here in the South, a lot of the crime. You got these clinics that are giving people fucking 90 Subutex, and you got pain clinics that are giving people 120 Oxy-30s. Fucking, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. They're definitely trying to do something about it along the way. They've made the pills more difficult to abuse, but they're still out there. You still get them. If you're a junkie, you're gonna get them. You're gonna find them, because that's what you're best at. It's incredible what a drug can really do. If you could switch on that little, I have to get this switch for school or something, man, that would be the shit. Because it would be done. Over. I'd have my goddamn doctorate by now. I'd be a neuroscientist or some shit. That's what I'd want to be. Because, man, when you're a junkie, you can find that shit. But, anyways, I'd love to hijack Fox News and just tell the kids out there, man, recreationally, if you're hanging out with a buddy that does this shit, you know, I hate to say it, even if you guys have been good friends for a long time, and maybe he just started doing this, or you just found out, and he's gonna offer. Dude's gonna offer. And as soon as the moment he does, he becomes a fuckhead, and you need to say, sorry bro, until you get off that shit, we can't be around each other. Because peer pressure is... it's powerful. If we could use peer pressure to... you know, use as power plants or something. Fucking... renewable resource. That's what that would be. Easy. Fuck coal and oil. Because that's kind of what happened to me. But what it really was getting my wisdom teeth yanked out. Kids, I don't care if you get all of your fucking wisdom. I don't care if you have 6 of them yanked out. If you got that fucking many yanked up in your face. I think I had 3 or 4 pulled. And this doctor gives me a month and a half worth of Percocet 10s. Now, if you just kind of stumbled onto this video and you're not familiar with some of this terminology, Percocets contain one of, it's like the 3rd most powerful opiate. It's oxycodone. The difference between it and a more concentrated version is it also has over-the-counter painkillers in it, like you know, acetaminophen, ibuprofen, stuff like that. So the people that abuse those, it's hard on the body to your liver specifically to break down all that Tylenol or ibuprofen. You know, I mean, I've seen people that eat 10 perk 10, more than 10 perk 10s a day, and that's like, it's like 5,000 milligrams of fucking Tylenol or ibuprofen. Not good, especially when you're doing it all the time. So, yeah, and it got to the point after I'd had my surgery, and I mean, I took the first one, I don't even think I took it that day. I think I took it the next day, because I've gone through everything with my teeth. 4 root canals, I've had 8 teeth pulled at once, I've had braces, I've had headgear, I've got like 20 cavities, been through it all. I don't know, my mouth doesn't hurt. It just, I got hit in the mouth earlier, we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Yeah, hit in the mouth. But I think I took it my 2nd day after the surgery, and holy shit, it rocked me. I did not need that much. You could have given me a hydrocodone. Once again, to people who may not know this terminology or kind of just flopped on this video, that's on the strength spectrum of pain pills. It's pretty much the lowest. It's hydrocodone, and you know they dispense those in 5 milligrams, which have been like I'm gonna estimate like 1/10 of the strength of a perk, which is all I would have needed. But every day I'd get up, go to school, go to work, and after about day 10, because at this point I was taking them every night because I found out that, wow, dude, these get you really fucked up. You know, at the time, I didn't do any of that shit, and I didn't believe in any of it. I smoked my weed, trip every now and then, but other than that, fuck the meth, not even once. Crack, coke, I dabbled in it back years ago. Fuck that shit, whatever. And you know, here I am, not eating these pain pills, but I'm popping them anyway, being fucking big old hypocrite. And I started to notice that was starting to be the only thing I looked forward to when I woke up. I was like, wake up, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to school, class, work. Then I come home and I take a pill and play World of Warcraft. That's what it was, the daily routine. And I was waiting for just that point to get home, take a pill, and do everything. Play music. It gives you energy, and obviously you're high as fuck. Excuse my language. But, of course, these pills ran out. I didn't know anything about withdrawals. I mean, I had friends that I knew dabbled in pain pills. I still hung around them because I had a strong-ass peer pressure deflector. And I just never gave into it. But once that bottle ran out, I realized, I woke up and I was like, ugh. I feel like fuck. And I never get sick. I've maybe been sick 3 times in my life. I've only missed 3 days of high school. All together. 9th grade through 12th grade. Never sick. But it was a different kind of sick. It was worse than a flu. It was like the flu that just got butt raped by the devil. And that wasn't like right when I woke up, but that was at about day 2 when I realized something's really fucked up, and everything hurts my eyes, I can smell everything, I can feel everything hurts, my guts, I'm shitting my pants, it's just, what's going on? And I realized, I thought about it, because I'm not an idiot. I thought about it and I was like, I'm going through withdrawal. Not a good moment in my life. I want to stop that moment for as many people as I can. Oh my gosh, as many people. I want to stop that first realization of dope sickness. I would do anything, to help even a couple people avoid going down this road. Because there's nothing good at the end. It's fun for a little while. And that's really your rule of thumb with drugs. It's fun for a little while. And then it's work. Then it's a chore. So once I found out I was in withdrawal, I went over to my friend's house. I knew he did 30s. I didn't want to say, hey, I was in withdrawal, but just by chance that day, he offered me a bump of a 30, and I just, yeah, sure, try it. And it was a bump, probably a quarter, but it was just, I snorted it, so just how it kicked in a lot faster, and you just go from feeling like, to feeling like, in like 2 seconds. Not 2 seconds, maybe like 20 seconds. I can tell you what it feels like. It feels like you get wrapped in this warm blanket. It just cuddles you and carries you around, and no anxiety, no worries, just chill out. And plus you've got a lot of endorphins racing around your brain, so you feel high. You're really high. I can't really describe the high to you. It's hard to describe a feeling that a lot of people aren't familiar with if you haven't done that kind of thing. But yeah, that was my downfall. As soon as I did the 30, that was my fucking downfall. But kids, if you've tried them and you're not addicted yet, you can, you're still, maybe you take it once a week. You think you're a weekend warrior and you can just do it on the weekend. That shit's gonna end. It's gonna be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, It's inevitable. I swear to God, it's a domino effect that you think you have control of, but you don't. All of this is an illusion. All of it. It's a bunch of bullshit illusion. That warm blanket that I told you about, it's not like a soft wool. It's not like a soft, cottony cloud. It's actually a blanket of warm feces. And it's warm because it just came out of somebody's asshole. That's really what it is. But in your ignorant, selfish, drug-abusing mind, you get wrapped up into thinking, oh, this is great. This is wonderful. When all you're doing is harming your body. Eventually you're going to harm yourself. Eventually you're going to harm your family. And eventually you're not going to have jack shit. You'll just be covered in an illusional shit that you think feels good. It's almost like if you could just put on the goggles and see that it was just a bunch of warm shit making you feel good, you might change your mind. Because that's really what it is. There's nothing good about it. Nothing. Nada. Zip. Zip. Zero. Still kind of flabbergasted from yesterday. And, you know, going that far without him. Oof. It was rough, man. I haven't slept since 2 o'clock last night. And it's going on 1 right now. Fuck it, man. And I'm telling you, those friends, even if friends you've been with for a long time, if they keep going down that road, they ain't gonna be your friend. Before you know it, you'll be using each other to get high. And that friend might turn out to be a dick. Like, I had a friend, thought he was my friend. He's the only one that shot up that I knew of around here. All of our other friends, they did them, but they didn't shoot up. He pulled out 2 syringes one night, and I had shot up suboxone before. It didn't work, and I don't even think I did it right. It was just a fucking mess, and it didn't work. But yeah, he pulled out a syringe, and I was like, yeah, I've done this before. And it was a weird decision to make. It's like, do I really want to go there? Because I promise you, you know, maybe 75% of the people that are in this situation, I guarantee you would have never seen themselves wrapping a freaking tourniquet around their arm, a belt, to put in a fucking needle under their skin into a vein to inject drugs. But I went there. That's when it becomes really fucking hard to get away from that lifestyle in that world. But one day, I mean, I'm big into physics and astronomy and learning about the universe and the human consciousness, but I don't know, something sparked in my head that day, and I set that needle down, and I never touched it again. Never touched it again after that. Never relapsed on a needle. I'm blessed. I truly am. I don't know how, but I think I'm just smart enough to know. And it just took my brain a little while to finally catch up with me and be like, dude, stop, come back here. This shit, nah. Put it down. A little brain transition. But, like I said, man, it's not worth it. Oh yeah, speaking of my lip and a little bit of my cheek here, I've been dating this girl for like 3 weeks, and she's got like a 27-year-old sister that's her like legal guardian, and she's crazy. I mean, wow. Like, wow, you went there. You actually did that. That one of those girls, like, whoa. I know I'm in therapy, but God, somebody get you some, please. ASAP. Where's the hotline? The first time that she forced me to meet up with her, so she could basically threaten me and tell me, if it happens again, I'm gonna beat your ass, and this and that and that and this. Kind of in a joking way. And it was all over because I got her sister home like 14 minutes late. Let me remind you, her sister is an adult. She's... God, I can't believe this shit. She's an adult. So, last night, I was doing the sub thing. It was not good. I was not feeling right at all. I went home. I was going to pick her up from work. I don't know how I fell asleep. I think it's the antidepressant I've been taking. It's just making me sleep a lot. I think that's what it was. I was sitting there waiting on her to get off work, and I just fell asleep. Fucking fell asleep. And I guess she walked to my job, which is maybe 3 blocks from hers. And her mom had to end up going to get her. And I think they overreacted a little bit. Oh man, I doubt I have that recorder with me. No, I don't. But basically her sister was like, if you don't meet me at my house by 6, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna break your face in. She called me. The first words that were gonna come out of my mouth were, I am so sorry. I'm so, I was, and I meant it, but she would not let me speak. It was nothing but threats, and she's gonna beat my ass, and this, just going ham. So disrespectful. And this is about respect. She's pissed at me for being disrespectful when she is just the biggest fucking hypocrite in the world. I guess she does it for attention. Or because she thinks she's bad. Fighting that's the grown up. I think she said that tonight. That's grown up life. Punching people. Actually, it's not. It's more like a 4-year-old, which is what I told her when she was ranting on me. And I was like, why should I be cooperative with this bitch? If she's just gonna fucking go ham on me over something that was a total accident. I'm not perfect. Fucking nobody's perfect. I understand you want a great guy for your sister, but God, come on. So, I meet her there. I'm sitting on the couch, and she goes from talking to screaming pretty quick, all up in my face, talking about how I'm so disrespectful, and, if you're gonna fuck my sister, then you need to be, like, I just don't even know where she was going with all of it. It was so much to take in at the time. She grabs me by my hoodie. Lets me go. Pops me in the cheek. Threw my head back. Like, okay, hopefully she doesn't do that again. I mean, I'm a resilient little fucker, you know. If you hit me, I'm gonna go down. It's physics. I don't weigh much at all. I got a small head even. If you hit me, it's gonna, it's gonna move. But she hit me again. Got my lip pretty decent. And I just didn't expect that one, so I was like, And her sister's sitting right next to me. And she's telling me, we want to protect this family. And my sister, she's already had enough scars. And all I'm thinking is, and you coming in here punching her boyfriend in the mouth isn't scarring? And you see, this would not have happened if I had not taken fucking pain pills. You know, I may have never met her. My life could have been on a totally different track. But if I did happen to intersect and meet this girl and not be on pills, I would have my shit together. And, stuff like that wouldn't happen. That's another thing about pain pills. You're not going to have your shit together. Your bills, your car, no. That's another thing that kind of helped me get off, is I bought a $7,000 car, which was a big mistake. With $240 insurance every month, I got it down to $186 now, thank God. So, but I was still using intravenously. That's how far you'll go. I mean, I hawked everything. Like guitars, basses, amps, a safe, 2 cymbals, 2 liquid heaters, a lot of silver from my coin collection. Used a lot of old, very rare $1 and $5 bills. And just don't do it, kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I'm telling you right now. I know I might sound like a parent, but I know what I'm talking about. Because I've been there and I've done it. And I've been to the end of that fucking road. And back. Well, I'm not all the way back yet, but fucking end of that road. Yeah, this is a little bit of a lengthy video, but hey, fuck it. It's my first one. Why not? Why not share? Anyways, out of that personal story. If you are sitting there and you're currently going through opiate withdrawals, you've probably found all the videos with all the little things you can do to help yourself. It's usually what people do is get online and see how horrible it all is, and then, and they internalize it, and it probably makes them feel worse. But I, want to try to be positive about this. Like, if you don't have a job right now, and maybe you live with your parents, you ain't got any bills to worry about, take the opportunity and get off of it now. Take the time you have, and this golden opportunity that a lot of people don't have, and that's the reason they don't get off of it, to get off of it. Use those tricks and tips. I'll list a few of them. But I'm telling you, this is not, with suboxone, even with regular opiates, it's gonna numb you out. It's numb you out. When you don't have it, you get dope sick. But it's not, you don't just feel good, or you don't just not feel good because you're sick-wise. You don't feel good because you can't feel anymore. You can't accept or empathize with others. You just become this zombie that cares about one thing and one thing only. But some things that will help. Imodium, obviously for the diarrhea, and it also has a opiate derivative that affects the enzymes that break down opiates in your system. You know, you're like the natural opiates that you produce. It helps stop the production of those, which means you've got more opiates floating in your body, you're feeling a little bit better. Tagamet is a antacid. Also has an opiate derivative in it, which does the same thing. Grapefruit juice, same page. That's why, like, a lot of medications you see, it'll say, don't take grapefruit juice with this medication, blah, blah, blah. Usually because there's a possibility of further decreasing your central nervous system, which basically is what an overdose would be on, like, pain pills. That's just what happens. You just fall asleep, you stop breathing, and you die. And that's, this isn't going to happen with you, trust me. No, you'll be fine. Your brain, if you're at this point and you're on suboxone, or you've been doing a lot of 30s or perks or whatever, and you're really dope sick, you'll be fine. But yeah, Imodium, Tagamet, clementine is the active ingredient in that really helps. Grapefruit juice, soda water. Soda water also has, I believe, is it clementine in soda water? There's another ingredient in soda water that also kind of does the same thing as the others. And on top of that, exercise. I'm not talking about pushing yourself to the limit. Pushing weights. No. Just walk around the block. Take it easy, take it slow. Your body will be like, okay, we're out of bed. We're actually living life. Here's a little bit of endorphins, and you will feel better. I guarantee you, if you take a 30-minute walk around your neighborhood and you come back and you sit down, you will feel better. Guarantee it. Do it right now. Fucking go and do it right now. Post in the comments if you don't feel better. The training, tornado, or hurricane, or something like that. Don't go outside. But if your weather's good, just go have a stroll. If you got a dog, take your dog with you. Pets really help too. Pets really help. Like when I was on that day 3, I picked up my little Chihuahua. And it's weird because usually you pick up a puppy. She's not a puppy, she's just like this big. And she's almost 3. They're kind of warm, But I could tell I was sick because I put my head up to her and she was cold. And she felt good to hold up to my face. Almost like, like the opposite. They like to curl up in your lap and get warm. I was curling up like on her, trying to cool down. It was weird. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm not sure. Been up for 24 hours. What can I say? But on an ending note here with this video, a lot of people say no regrets, but I didn't learn much from this experience other than don't do pain pills or hard drugs. There's a couple other things that I learned within myself, but nothing that makes it unregrettable. I would take it back in a second. I can go back to pulling that Percocet out of that bottle, thinking about it, looking at an aspirin or a ibuprofen. I would take the aspirin. Yeah, ibuprofen. So kids, get wisdom teeth taken out, sprain your ankle, break your ankle. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a little bitch. Just take some Advil. Take some aspirin, ibuprofen, whatever. Over-the-counter shit. Don't take these pain meds. My mom, about 2 years ago, broke her bones in her lower leg. tibia or fibula. She had to have a plate and like 12 screws put in. And she only took one. She was basically bedridden for like 6 months, and she took one Hydro 5 with 500 milligrams of ibuprofen in it. And no disrespect to her, but she's just kind of airheaded. And I started using because I was self-medicating. That's why I started really using. It wasn't just the withdrawals. And then maybe, again, it was the withdrawals, and that they made me depressed as, it went on. But I just started self-medicating with these pain pills because I started suffering. I had already suffered from depression and anxiety before this happened. But with her, she was like, I don't want to take those and end up like you and end up addicted. It's like, come on, man, I gotta be addicted to hydrophiles. But she did take one, and man, she was woo! She was loopy. It was funny. But cool cats out there. You peace loving Girl Scouts out there. All my homeboys in Colorado out there. All my homeboys here in the South. Don't do it. Say no. Just say no. As cliche as that fucking sounds. I don't want to be a dare activist. Sound like one, I mean. Because those people have never even done a drug, probably, in their life. And they're out here telling you not to do them, even though they don't know anything about them. But just fucking don't get wound up in that life. Don't get wound up in the shit. Because before you know it, you'll be on heroin. And you just think, oh, yeah, right. How could you go from taking a prescription pain pill to heroin? You know why? Because it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing, except when you get like a oxycodone 30 milligram, you just know what's in it, and you know how powerful it is. You get some heroin, you don't. You never know how strong it's going to be. That's why a lot of people overdose on heroin more often than pain pills. Because it could be way, way stronger than you think it is. And asleep you go. See, even right now I'm starting to feel a little sick. I took mine at 11 o'clock this morning. I just don't know why, even though it's got such a long half-life, I don't know why I start feeling shitty so quick. I guess it's because I'm on Klonopins too, and I've been tapering off those, and it's just been rough. Plus tonight, getting hit in the mouth, I wasn't expecting that. But whatever. This is Urban Legend. I really want to change that account name. I've used that since I was a little high school piehead. Urban Legend. There's probably so many urban legends out there. We probably are like a war of people. There's probably a war of urban legends on Call of Duty YouTube and fucking World of Warcraft. But you guys have a fantastic primo night. And I will see you on the flip side. Peace out.